Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is a very important um, episode for me because this is episode 20. Yeah, guys, season one.
Big two
See,
oh.
one more to beat the record that I had with Deji Sports on the first season of our show. So, see, it hurts me that Deji Sports holds that record. Yeah. So I thank God that Aguna, Aguna is down here and is gonna break that record with me today. See, no other person here than my partner in crime for the longest running second season show on this channel. Guys, no other person than Oregon, the Tracy DVS.
What's up, buddy? How you doing,
How you
chat?
doing, Oregon Gunner, man? How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty
Talk to the
good.
people, man.
Day off of work. Happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today's his birthday. So in
Yeah,
America, if you're a federal employee like myself,
yeah.
no DEA. Just saying, I work for the city.
Mhm.
Um, no. And realistic, though, got a day off, ready to jump into the weekend of football. The last couple of weeks, it's been kind of
Mhm.
insane over the last 48 hours. But yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. See, I know we still need to sprinkle the dust, yeah, out and about that Liverpool loss, yeah. Arsenal, lost to Liverpool. I know we still have to sprinkle some dust on top of that, but again, let's talk about City. Come on,
Hmm.
man. Let's talk about
We're in the
City,
colors today.
brother.
Uh,
Let's talk about
yeah.
City, man.
Well,
See, they're looking good. Kevin De Bruyne is back.
yep.
See, you're gonna tell us all about that matchup, yeah. But again, I will just pick up just some little stuff, yeah, so that we can set the ball rolling. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh my God.
Right.
Just when you need someone to come in to just galvanize the boys, to just help you out, which is what is missing from an Arsenal team. We
Hmm.
don't have someone who bring up from the bench and say, "Hey, come on, man, come and help us out here." Pep Guardiola it just rank. See, yeah, we have someone whose celebration, yeah, is to is the phone call, yeah. But Kevin
Right.
De Bruyne is the real OG. You know,
For sure.
just a call, and it gives you an assist, and it gives you a goal, and what a goal by Bob! Come on, man,
I know.
rough. Talk about these things,
It's
man. Talk
that
to me.
little two touch right into the goal was absolutely class, and you knew they were going to get one at the end. It was
Mm,
coming. Shout out Mama Flossie. Your tunes put up a
Papa
good fight.
Flossie.
They were 2-1. They had the lead for a while. I thought they were actually going to get something out of that, but once Kevin De Bruyne took off the little training penny and started to get walked down the steps onto the pitch, you knew that it was going to be a different type of game come the 63rd minute or so. I think that's when he came in, about 63rd, 65th minute. New haircut. He doesn't dye it blonde though, Tony. You notice that? He just looks like he's got a little curve shape to his hair now. He's
Exactly,
fresh
man.
and fit, and he does absolutely KDB things. They are
Oh,
going to win the league. Well, I backtrack, Liverpool fans. I backtrack. They are. It's between them and Liverpool. I mean, let's be real. Aston Villa just drew
oh,
again.
wait. Is Arsenal out of the title race for you?
Ooh, yes, and I'm going to go on a tangent because you know why? Because it's the 15th of January and we have not made one signing yet. That's why we're out of the title race.
One single signing we haven't
Not
made.
one. Half of
Not
the month
one.
is over.
Mm.
15.
It's
Where
over.
are the
It's over.
signings? Come
In
on, Edu.
15 more days. In 15 more
15
days,
more
this
days.
transfer window
Who are
is
we going to
over.
get?
Ars-
Even if we
Arsenal
get
haven't
Kareem
done a bit.
Benzema, is he really going to save our season? We could get 3 top players in this month, and as long as Arteta stays in power, nothing's going to happen. But let's talk about City.
Let's go
And
back to
just like,
set.
yeah, look at the difference. I mean, he's in the right place at the right time. Why is
Mm.
Martinelli not doing that? Why is Saka not doing that? Those are the questions I had. Like, yeah, this Bob kid comes in there. He looks good. He's fast. He's pacey. Well, Martinelli's pacey. He's fast. We know he's got a shot.
And
He can
you
kick out
can
a
see he's
pass.
hungry.
I'll do
You
the
see
same
he's
thing.
hungry. He's
Why?
hungry. He's hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Because he
He's
knows
hungry.
where to be, and they know how to play. We have
Mm.
no style of play. We don't know what to do. We literally have ran out of ideas. It's totally evident. We've seen it in the last 3 or 4, 6, I don't know, 5, 6 games. It's Bro, it's night and day between us and them. I mean, look at how much space they had on the ball, and that's I'm not going to just put it. That's Newcastle because we struggle at Newcastle, right? So I'm not going to put down. Oh, Newcastle's defending because even if they defended against us, we still can't do City things.
We
We have
can't still
players that
do
can
city
do.
thing. Oregon gonna
You know what I mean, that's the way it is. Just look at. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne got on and changed everything. Everything, bro.
everything. But
Everything.
did you see the way Man City completely dominated that game? Like, see, Oregon gonna throughout that game, I never saw a moment in which Newcastle United held the ball for even up to 2 minutes, even a minute. I'm sorry, man. I, I didn't see those guys hold the ball up to a minute, man. Like you can see the urgency when
Yeah.
Man City is without the ball, the urgency to get the ball back. It's same thing with Liverpool. Tap tap boom. They attack you like dogs when when they're not with the ball. So 5 6 seconds they get the ball back. They start stringing passes together, start creating, and players start getting into open spaces. Start
Mhm.
penetrating into the. Did you see the amount? See, did you see the amount of shots on goal? Yeah,
I
that Man
did
City had
right.
that.
Is that like
Oh
12?
my God!
Like that? Like 12 on goal, 15
The-
higher?
the- I, I'm sorry, man. They're playing like champions.
Yeah, because they're trained to be champions. Their mentality is there. Um, Pep has more. Now he's just got more weapons at Arsenal. I don't even think Grealish got on the pitch at all, did he?
I didn't even see
Right.
much
I
of it.
mean, you know, and the thing is that if
Oh
we
my
had
God!
Grealish now, Tony, with Arteta as manager, it wouldn't freaking matter. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. It doesn't matter who we get in as long as Arteta's manager. He's going to kill that player, right? Declan Rice may be the exception, but we've seen drops of his performances in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Odegaard is nowhere to be found. Yeah, he's pinging balls and he's working hard, and I give him some credit for that. But he hasn't really got much more than a 5 in the ratings, at least in our community. Maybe in some other YouTubers, I think like Troops says, he's working hard, gives them 8s and 9s. But maybe Troops is seeing something that we don't see. But I'm not going to get into that. The fact of the matter is that City are built to win the league. And again, we
They're
don't have
built, yeah.
we don't have an
For you
identity.
to win
Are
the
we
league, I totally
are
agree.
we building up players? We talk about us and Kareem Benzema. It doesn't matter if Kareem Benzema came in right now, it wouldn't matter because
It
Arteta would
wouldn't
still get
matter.
the talent out of him because he'd be
It
giving them
won't get
directions where to
anything out
go.
of it.
Benzema would be like, well, piss off and end up like
He's a
Aubameyang.
useless coach.
He
He's a
kills
useless
top
coach.
talent, right? And he
He's a
would be
useless
great
coach.
if we had a different manager. Yes, bring Benzema in, but at this point, who are we going to bring in that Arteta isn't going to destroy? Who are we going to bring in that's just going to be this game changer, and we're just going to go running up the table? It's not going to happen.
Oregon Gun, this is what hurts me the most. This is what hurts me the most. Shout out to everyone who's down here. AFC
Exactly,
always,
Malia. Straight Malia.
Oregon Gunner football bands is here. Carl Rossi, the legend, is down here. Mama Flossie's down here. See all
Shout
these
out
legends
everyone.
here to there, here to there. This legend. Big up to you guys. Yeah, you guys make the show tick. Because me and Oregon Gunner were about to fist on lots of stupidity going on in this football club. Trust us, we're gonna munch on everything. Yeah. See, um, did you see the introduction of Bob? Yeah, coming into that matchup. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola needed a goal. He had every other person on that bench.
yeah,
He chose
yeah.
to bring
Grealish.
in Bob. No, no, no. Do you see? Do you see the trust? Do you see the trust
Right.
Pep Guardiola? Do
Good
you see
point.
that trust? Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a freaking manager who doesn't even trust his bench. He bought the bench. He is the bench.
He
He is
re-signed the
the
bench.
bench. He resigned the bench,
Yeah.
and he doesn't trust them. We
Right.
have a so-called Waneri in our academy in the youth system, and also who is also in our first team. Also, in some cases, this guy doesn't have even a sniff in
Nope.
this team. But we see coaches, yeah, and this is the problem that I have with all these top gunners, yeah, all over Twitter and everywhere, talking nonsense. absolutely nonsense. We have Jurgen Klopp in this league, yeah, who's
Hmm.
bringing in Clark and Bradley. He's bringing in the youth system to come in and help the team. And you know what? Yeah, they carved out Arsenal in the FA Cup and dumped us out of the third round of the FA Cup.
Right.
That's not enough. Look at Pep Guardiola. Just he trusted Bob. He
Yes.
needed a goal. He trusted him.
Yep.
Why does Oregon Gunnar? This is a question straight right back to you.
Sure.
Why doesn't this manager trust Waneri when we have Martinelli who can look up to at least pass a decent ball into the 18-yard box? We have Martin Odegaard who's rubbish right now. We have Bukayo Saka who's doing nothing right now. Brother, come on, man.
I
Why,
know.
why weren't we looking at our youth system to at least bail us out a little bit? We've seen Pep Guardiola. They've used youths.
Right.
They've bailed them out time and time without number. Clark bailing Liverpool out. Brad bailing Liverpool out.
Yep.
Curtis Jones bailing Liverpool out. What is this? What is this Oracle going to talk to these people, man?
This is it's just it's trust issues. It's Arteta's trust. You know, it's like it's his trust and it's his ego. He wants
Mhm.
to win his way, and I get that. All managers want to win their way, but
Mm,
there's something about his ego that's not allowing him to mix up the squad and give younger kids a chance. I mean, this was Project Youth last season, right, or the season before. I mean, who's keeping track now? The thing
yeah,
is
exactly.
he's doing the same for. If he changes the players and not the formation, I still think you're going to get the same results that you're getting now. I really do because it's like to me, you have to change everything. You know, the 4-3-3 is it works, but do we really have the team for that? And I guess we did last
We don't.
season. But you know, you go back and look at last season and go look at our fixtures. It it really comes that we had a very good run of fixtures, much like Tottenham's having this season.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I'm putting it down to now. Yeah, we played some great football, but but now we've digressed, and now we've really looked at the squad with more of a microscope, a lot more zoomed in look, and we see just those little things starting to add up.
Hmm.
And we've been asking for a 4-2-3-1 formation for a while because we want to see a partnership of Rice and Party. We've been
Exactly.
wanting it
One is it.
for a
Even in
while.
the double pivot, even in the double pivot,
Yeah,
we
and that's I
even
have
the
no
double
problem
pivot.
with that. Because that would give Odegaard some more ammunition, some more room up front,
Yeah,
and more ammunition to ping passes around and get some shots outside the box.
and more defensive backing from the midfield
Yeah,
also.
I feel like Declan Rice is doing everything in the midfield right now, and we're
He's doing
just
everything.
fighting so hard in the midfield that we can't get any service to our attacking four.
He's doing Kai Havertz's job. He's doing Kai Havertz's job. He's
And,
helping Martin Odegaard. He's not physical enough. He's
right,
helping Kai Havertz. It's -1.
but
He,
replacing the players,
actually,
Tony,
he's even
isn't going to
playing
change
centre
the
back.
system. But what I guess
He's
my
even
point is
playing
changing
centre back.
the players. My point is changing the players isn't going to change the system until he changes the system and has the players work in those positions in the new system. That isn't going to work.
Oregon Gunner.
I
Oregon
think
Gunner.
he's completely out
This
of
manager
ideas.
doesn't have a system. Does he have a system?
Yes, it's inverting your left back into a
I'm
three four
sorry, man.
three formation.
He has no tactics. He doesn't
Well,
switch things
no,
up. He has
really.
nothing. Tactically is
Yeah, yeah.
tactically is dumb.
I don't think that he doesn't have nothing. I just think he's out of ideas, and he's trying to fit,
He's
a
finished.
square peg in a round hole. And
He's
so,
finished.
and putting Nwari out there, like I said, Benzema. No matter who we get under this manager, he's going to, like Malia said, put constraints on them to play his way, and
His
that
way.
doesn't work. And I think that's why these senior players like Benzema and they have such relationships with Ancelotti and these more senior like players because they've been in the game longer. They have other ideas and they can communicate those ideas in a much simpler, better way than Arteta's
Simpler,
communicating
better way. Yeah,
now.
exactly.
And it almost comes down to who are you going to believe if you're Kareem Benzema and you're getting off the plane in England, are you going to go look at Pep Guardiola? I mean, I know he's not going to City. Are you going to
Yeah.
look? Okay, let's say he's looking at Italy as well. He's looking at Allegri. He's looking at Pioli at AC Milan. Maybe there's something he can do there. Maybe he doesn't want to play in the Prem. Who knows? But the thing is that if he comes to Arsenal, it's not going to be the Karim Benzema that we know from Real Madrid.
Definitely,
He
definitely.
may bag a few goals, which would be great, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's enough. I mean, we need a 7 to 10 player clear out. You need one Karim Benzema, who's 33 years old, is fantastic, but at the end of the day, how much is Arteta even going to play him? Right? I mean, he, it doesn't mix. Martinelli, Benzema, and Saka, really? I mean, I just don't see that combination happening as much as I would love it to. I'd love a Benzema 20 years ago. Well, okay, 15 years ago, when he was 21 years old or so. But I don't
But
know, man.
Oregon,
It's
wait,
a mess.
wait, oh, Oregon gonna wait. Arsenal Football Club, yeah, going for a 37. How old is he? How old is he? 37 or so?
36, I think 34. I
36?
obviously just,
No, it can't be
I think
34.
he's
It should be around
34.
36, 37.
6, okay, yeah. I mean, you're at 36.
Yeah,
What the hell is he going to do in our club with a
the,
bunch of
the,
26-year-olds, man? That's the thing.
see, and I go to
I
Twitter,
don't
yeah,
see it.
I see Arsenal fans, yeah, twerking,
Oh, yeah.
twerking for, twerking for this Benzema, and I'm like, hey, man, can't you see Man
Wenger was
City?
never good in 2003.
Can't you see Man City, yeah, with Haaland, yeah, even if they don't have Haaland, they have Alvarez, who's out there to bail them out,
Right?
and you guys are here twerking for Benzema. Like, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with this top goonies? What
Because
is
they go
wrong
by
with
name,
these guys?
bro. They
Are
just a
these
lot of
guys
them
all
go
right?
by name. If it's a big name, then yeah, bring them in because Arteta can work wonders. I mean, it's a joke. A joke. I mean, could you imagine Martinelli, Benzema, and
This is a
Saka?
big joke.
He would be standing out there like, "What in the hell am I doing here?" And the next thing you know, he'll be on the left wing. The next thing you know, he'll end up like a
Uh-uh.
Banyang at the left wide back. 36 years old, and top Gunners are
Arsenal fans,
fucking
please
for him, bro. I don't get it.
don't celebrate Benzema, please don't guys don't do this, don't do this. Don't do guys don't do this. Come on,
I would
come on.
have rather have
Oh,
Modric than I would Benzema,
don't
and I
do
can't
this, don't
stand
do
that
this.
bad boy.
See, Oregon Gunnet, Newcastle have a problem right now. They need to reconcile their books.
Oh,
Go to Newcastle right now and
Isak.
ask for a name.
Yeah,
Isaac.
two names:
J- j-
Guimaraes and Isak.
Just ask for the guy. Go ahead. Uh, Like, see,
There's no way we're selling.
Oregon Good, this is meant to be an easy, like, it's meant to be easy, right? If me and you
He
were
was
sitting on
really
the
cheap.
board right now, it's easy to just pick up the phone call, yeah? Just pick up the phone, yeah?
Yeah,
Dial Newcastle right now and as we speak and say, hey, you have a problem, yeah? I get you, yeah? No problem. Good. No need for acting all clean and all squeaky with the FA. You know they are out there to chop heads right now. So good. Give us Isaac. We'll do some couple of deals with you. We give you some kind of players on the free. Cedric, El Neni,
right.
ESR, all these guys. We can just ship them down there and get Isaac. To be very frank, all this a decent team would want to see Cedric in their team. So let's get it correct. But at least they would want to see someone like an ESR. You can do a swap deal. It's simple, man.
Right.
This
I
is
would
meant
swap
to be
ESR
easy.
for Isak or Bruno
It's
Guimaraes for some
easy.
cash
It's
24/7.
easy.
And it's kind of sad. Shout out Mama Flossie to hear that Newcastle is in having such issues.
Mm,
But this is the game you play. You get rich owners and they spend sometimes. They get a bit over leveraged in their purchases and
yeah.
shout out DJ Crane. They get a bit
Shout
over
out
leveraged.
DJ Crane. Shout out to Malia. Malia is also a very real
Oh,
one.
yeah,
DJ
gotcha.
Crane, Mama Flossie. Andrew Bell is also a member of this channel. Andrew Bell. Shout out to you, man. Every one of you on the chart here. Big ups to you guys.
And it's just one of those situations where I think you've got new ownership. They're kind of maybe don't understand some of the rules. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you've got to smell blood and go for it. If we want changes, we have to get changes. But again, if Isak and Bruno Gomes come in, what is? Do you trust Arteta to get them
I,
to get
I
something? I just
see.
don't know.
We're not getting them. Provided that manager is
Right,
here,
we're really not getting them.
we're not getting them. And mind you, Arteta, he likes yes men. But
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Guimaraes is not a yes man. Maybe Isaac is a malleable kind of character. I do get that, but Bruno Guimaraes, he wouldn't know how to actually, talk to him. Actually, he fears those kind of guys, and he loves yes men, and that's why we'll continue to have all these better soft players, in our team. We need
Mm-hmm.
hard men. We need people like Onana. But again, I still doubt it. It might all be a media charade. I don't think Arsenal want Onana. I think it's all hyped up by certain PR. Right?
Yeah.
Look. See, Oregon Gunner. Look at Mayoro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
last week we went for this Mayoro guy from
Right.
Spanish La Liga, Etafe. Yeah,
Right.
he scored 12 goals in 19 games. Good, good for him.
Right.
Yeah, for me, he's not really like a stone cold killer in front of goal, but he knows how to hold up play. He's the highest goal striker in La Liga. He knows how to link up play too. He holds the ball. He progresses the ball nicely. He can play corner kicks, which is something that none of our players know how to do of late. Nelson doesn't know how to play corner kicks. Suddenly, Martinelli doesn't know how to play corner kicks.
Right.
Was
Defense
screwed.
can't hit
Even
the ball
Saka,
fast enough.
Saka
Yeah.
can't play corner kicks. Come on, man. Odegaard, he can't play corner kicks.
Right.
Let's be frank, yeah. Come on, yeah.
True.
But but this guy, yeah, he knows how to play corner kicks. Yeah, he knows how to score goals. He's not a stone cold killer, I should admit. He can hold up play, can link up play. But the problem down there is that this guy just started scoring this season.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been a stone cold killer ever since. And
Right.
Arsenal went for him. The club said no. We actually want 40 million. The guy's clause in his contract states 22 million.
Right.
That he has a release clause in his contract. But the club is saying no. You give us 40 million, we'll sell him down to you. And not just 40 million. We also want lucrative add-ons in that contract also. Now you see how these guys are doing business. Uh,
Right.
On a bigger level, they know how to do good business.
Yeah.
Arsenal doesn't know anything about business. We're finished. We don't know anything. We know nothing. But this is the one that hits me the most, Oracle Gunner. It is when the player was interviewed
Mm-hmm.
that, hey, the Gunners just sent in a bid for you. Do you know what Mayoro said? He said, I have completely no idea
Right.
about any Arsenal bid. I don't know anything about Arsenal right now. In other words, it's phony. It's a lie.
Right.
Arsenal did not bid for that guy. I'm sorry. And again, can you doubt that? Because even in this Ivan Tony stuff, we thought that we've gotten at least a little bit into business with Brentford
Mm-hmm.
talking to them. But all of a sudden, it shows that we didn't even do anything. It was all a PR stunt all the way. So
Right.
Oregon Union, it's a PR stunt. Arsenal's not going for a striker.
No, Tony, it's January 15th. If we wanted a striker and we would have gotten one probably on a pre-contract in December.
Mm,
If we sold Eddie and Kedia for 40 million and throw 60 million cash to go to Ivan Tony, it's a done deal.
mm,
And I know Ivan Tony came out and says he wants to repay Brentford, blah blah blah. So the Ivan Tony deal has been dead, but that's something we could have probably had a pre-contract signed in December. Something on paper. I don't know. I'm not 100% versed in how the signatures go and tapping up players and so forth goes now with a lot of these FFP rules. Because back in the day, it's like if you even mentioned a player's name, you were called, considered tapping them up. Um,
yeah.
Whatever happens behind the scenes, and we know Arsenal's secretive in this kind of stuff. We've never been a club to come out and say, "Oh, we're targeting this specific player," and just gone out and got him. And it's happened on occasions, but even back in the Wenger days, it
Mm,
was sort of secretive at sometimes who we were getting. And I still feel like we have live under a little bit of that as a cloak right now as well. But again, I'm at the point where it doesn't matter who we bring in because Arteta is going to cock it up anyway. He's going to find a way to coach out the talent. He's going, like Malia said, he's going to put constraints on them, and we're seeing that now. How does Martinelli have 2 goals, bro, in 19 weeks of football? I mean, does he just like all of a
Nobody's
sudden play?
questioning these things. I've been asking all
I
every
mean,
Arsenal fan that has been coming. He has scored only 2 goals. No one is.
right, but
You're the only one who have said this in about weeks. No one is questioning this Martinelli stuff. Only 2 goals this season
but
in
it,
the league.
but you dig
No
deeper.
one
He
is
scored
questioning.
16 last season, so you start to question: is it really him, the player, or is it the way he's being coached? And I got to go with the latter at this point because we've won 1-7. And the proof. It's been on Twitter. It's been on YouTube.
The
The
proof is in the
list
pudding.
list of European of Cup games, he has lost 15 out of 16. For any other manager in the Prem, would be fired on that record. Any
Exa-
manager would be fired on that record.
Fire,
I think City
fire.
would probably let Pep Guardiola go if they lost 15 out of 16 Cup competitions.
Oh my God,
I mean,
man! It's not
let's be
looking good.
serious here,
It's
and
not looking
that's
good.
why I think that again it leads into the narrative that he snaked his way into the job and he's holding the Cronkies' hand as they become, more educated, advanced owners in the club. He's trying to guide them a certain way. And and again, we can be linked for strikers for days, bro. It's not going to change any of our fortunes, I don't think, this season. I think we're probably going to finish third or fourth. Hopefully, we finish above Tottenham. I mean, there's no way we're finishing first, dude, unless we
Um,
literally get like 4 players in
or, or,
15, 16 days.
Oregon Gunnet. I'm sorry, man.
Tottenham signed more players, exactly.
See, Oregon
They
Gunnet.
want to win.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off there, yeah. But I, I'm not looking at Arsenal in third place. I'm seeing Arsenal come seventh, bro.
Okay,
I'm
it's
seeing
interesting.
Arsenal
Yeah,
come seventh. It's all a
Aston
joke
Villa.
when
Yeah,
Reggie Sports was saying it, but right now, and I can see because you know what, yeah.
oh,
Arsenal was first, yeah, in
yeah,
Christmas.
and
Right
Christmas,
now, we're fourth. Right now,
5 days.
we've not strengthened in the transfer window. Teams like Tottenham Hotspurs. That's what Malia is saying down here. She's saying Tottenham have signed more players. They brought in Timo Werner. Come on, man. Dragovic actually rejected
That
Bayern
defense must
Munich
be very,
to
very
come
good.
to come to Tottenham Hotspurs. When was the last time you heard of any player reject Bayern Munich and come to Arsenal? See,
Come to
I'm ju- I'm
Tottenham,
ju- I'm just
right?
saying. I'm just saying. When was the
Well,
last time you saw a
you know
player
why? Because they have
reject
guys that can
Bayern Munich
sell.
and,
They can
and come to
sell.
us? I'm
Because
sorry,
they can
man.
sell, bro. They're salesmen at Tottenham now. We're starting to understand that Daniel Levy, we know, is a very good negotiator, business
He's a
guy.
good
He's not the
negotiator.
best at spotting talent, but that doesn't matter. He's got a structure now with Ange and his group. They have a structure and a direction. As much as it pains me to say it, it's the truth. I would give my left pinky right now for Ange to come into Arsenal Football Club because I think he would get a tune out of these players. And I
Yeah,
think there's other YouTubers that have said the same thing a few weeks ago. Granted, they're fifth, whatever, but you can see there's a direction there, right? And Ange seems to be like, he says something, it happens. I'm like Arteta, who just gives a bunch of hyperbole and a bunch of empty promises that never come true. Are we Project Youth? But we're
all
looking at
lies,
Benzema. I mean, come on, dude.
all
There's
lies,
no
all
direction.
lies.
It's all lies. And so
It's
you're
lies. It's
absolutely right.
lies. The
And
manager lies. He's not truthful. He lies a lot. He lies a lot. I'm sorry, man. The manager lies a lot. He's not truthful. He's not truthful. He's
no,
not gonna get any striker.
younger
Nothing is
kid,
gonna happen. He promised us elite ball distribution. Yeah, from David Raya. Look at the nonsense.
elite ball distribution,
Oregon Gunner. Look at the
EBD.
nonsense. Look at the
Oh,
see
it's bad.
Oregon. But see, Oregon, people don't know. People don't know the problem that we're in right now. We're in a whole lot of problems, man, and no one is talking about it. We'll get that. We'll get down there in the last part of our show because Martinelli is not working. Bukayo Saka he's lost it. It looks like a ghost. The other guard is an other ghost.
He's out of
Jesus
ideas.
is nowhere to be found. Fabio Vieira. Oh my God. See, we'll talk about all that. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about all that. Big ups to CMO. CMO
we
Connor.
got Connor.
Connor, how you doing, man? Connor just recently opened up his restarted his channel. Yeah, guys, go down there and support Connor. Connor is a great guy. Yeah, and you know he has elite knowledge. Of football as an Arsenal fan, although he's
European
not really
football.
looking towards just Arsenal in his new channel. He's looking more into football holistically and generally. So please go to his channel and go support him too. Yeah, please. CMO. You guys have to go support Connor. He's a big friend of my channel. Also, DJ Crane says Arsenal are broke. Do you agree with him? Are we broke?
Um, I, you know, I think you. I don't think. I don't think we're broke, Tony. But here's what I think. I think we spent our money. I think we spent our money. I think we spent the allotment of transfer funds that Arteta was given by the Cronkies. We're very close to it. There's got to be a limit somewhere. Um, I just cannot see us bringing in $100 million player. I mean, or an $85 million player, right? Because we really that's 100 million with all the add-ons and so forth, right?
Oh my God.
Um, I'm just, Arteta's made his bed and he has to lie in it. It's not it's not our fault as fans, and it's not the Cronky's fault that he spent 65 million on a fucking dead player named Kai Havertz.
Oh my God.
Or
Oh,
couple,
Oregon, gonna did you have to
right?
go there? I know we're
Yes,
already in
because
the
that's
quarters
that's our
there, but
transfer funds.
right now you're
His
sending us to the
fault.
mountains right now, man. Oh
It's
my
his
God.
fault that
I
David Raya is here. It's his fault that Kai Havertz is here. And it's the
mm,
medical team's fault that Urian Timber got 20 minutes of football or more. I forget.
oh
Let me
my oh my
get this.
oh my oh my God, man.
I mean,
It's not
it's
it's a
it's his for 65 million, bro. I heard it. James Madison, and there was another player that I've heard on our channel that we could have gotten to, like Yuri Tillemans or somebody, but I think that would have been a free.
Douglas Louise. We should have gotten Douglas
Douglas,
Louise on time.
James Madison, who is, I'm sorry, levels above Odegaard.
Oh, of,
Levels.
of
Odegaard
course,
can
of
move his
course.
ball, do his little tricks and flicks and his neat reverse passes and so forth. I get that. It's
Does
fantastic.
nothing.
James Madison runs directly at defenders with the ball and is able to use his peripheral vision and his instincts as a forward because he's really kind of a center forward / attacking mid, and he
Mm,
knows where to put the ball. He knows where to play a 45-degree angle pass.
yeah.
He knows how to break down a low block. He knows how to play out wide and
Hmm.
and then move inverted with the ball and play a reverse pass to the winger on an overlap. He
Mm,
knows these things for 40
mm,
mil, right? And you're right,
mm.
Tony. I don't want to go jogging back into the past too much. The thing is that we bought the players. It's on our tennis era, right?
It's his
Now,
players. Let's don't sugar. It's his players. It's simple as that. It's his players. He should
kudos,
take the blame.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
kudos,
should take the
kudos
blame.
for
He bought his
absolutely
players.
phenomenal at this club. If we had the right manager and we had the kudos, let's say we got in a free Yuri Tillensman, and what do you know? Maybe we go to Bayer Leverkusen and give him Xhaka and cash for Diaby. It's just all these
Oh,
things that can happen, and that
Oregon
they
Gunner.
they just don't see it, and that's where I say Edu doesn't know the European market. I've said it before. Edu does not know the European market at
He does.
all.
He does. He's
He
a
just
blockhead.
doesn't.
He's a blockhead.
Doesn't
He's
know
a
which
fraud.
players are ready.
He's a fraud. He doesn't know it. He doesn't understand any of the markets. He doesn't understand the Brazilian or the South American market. He doesn't
Well, as
even
he thinks he
understand the
does.
European market. See, we have a South American, yeah, a so-called South American sporting director sitting down on that seat, yeah, down there at Arsenal Football Club, and we don't have the best of Brazilians in the league.
Right.
How come? See, help me understand. How come do we have a South American henchman sitting as the sporting director of this football club, and then Nottingham Forest have the best two of the best Brazilians in the league? It doesn't make sense. They
Right.
have Danilo, they have Murillo. See, they have the best. West Ham have Paqueta. Why is it? What is his job? What is he doing? And he was in the Brazilian national team doing what? What is he doing?
I don't know. I don't know. And to me, he
What
was
is he
never a
doing?
legend at Arsenal. Yeah, he's part of the Invincibles. The big deal. He's. I don't even know how many goals he scored for Arsenal. Edu and Arteta are not Arsenal legends and should not be in the positions that they're at. I don't want any ex-player to manage the club, and I don't need some ex-manager to be the director of football or whatever that position is.
They don't know
If
what they're doing, man.
you've got to have a director of football who's like done the job before. And that's why I don't understand where the owners come from with the board, and then they think that Edu and Arteta are actually doing good. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, bro. It's
I,
like
I
there's
mean,
no. It was
I
good
mean,
last season, but we still won nothing.
Edu is being given. You know what? Yeah, I'm even thinking that this. I'm thinking that Europe, yeah, and these clubs, yeah. I think they're purposely giving awards to people like Edu and gassing them
Right.
up because, see, he has won awards across Europe, across UEFA, like as if he's done great business. But
No, but I think they consider the
I'm
Odegaard
seeing
a
Man
good.
City with a good business.
Right,
I'm seeing
right,
other teams with a good business. I'm
right.
seeing Liverpool with the business. Like, why haven't the sporting directors been heralded as good sporting directors? Why is it Edu and he hasn't brought anyone in? It's a shocker. It's a
Yeah.
shocker to me.
Yeah, and I think he was getting those awards because of the way, and I think primarily for last season, right? I think some of the awards this season he got actually for last season performance,
For what? For
meaning,
winning what?
meaning that for meaning that they got Arsenal got second place, and for
Oh,
supposedly getting Odegaard on a deal because I think we got him
oh,
for 35 million. He was worth like 90 mil at the time, which I can't imagine he's worth that now. And
oh,
Martinelli, he got I think awarded that because he was only 3
we're
million.
finished.
He's getting awarded because of those purchases. But let's be real, like Saka, and I said this before, even when Unai Emery, or maybe the first season Arteta was there, or Unai Emery, was that the board wasn't backing Unai Emery and the players he wanted, right? I think he wanted Thomas Partey, and we got him a season later, if I remember. Um, Maybe someone can re-jog my memory, but my big thing was that Emery doesn't want to play Ibro Smith Rowe and Saka and those kids. He had to, right? So a lot of the Emerald Smith Rose and Sakas, those, I mean, a few years ago, I know they were really young. They were kind of on the fringes, but they were only kind of needed because we were backed in the transfer market. There was one transfer year where we only bought Peter Cech, and I know that was under Wenger, but it's just these weird transfer events happen. And why they happen at Arsenal primarily, I'll never understand why. Like I I I never thought that Errol Smith Rowe would be this far at Arsenal, wearing the number
Oh my
10 shirt,
gosh, man.
and then still being the Errol Smith Rowe that he was 6 years ago.
I don't know what he's done. Andrew Bell is a Newcastle fan. He's a member of this channel.
Mm,
He used to tell me, he used to come to the show, earlier, and he used to say, "Come, Tony," with his Geordie accent, and he would tell me, he would say, "Anthony, what's wrong with ESR? Why isn't this guy getting a sniff in this team?" Andrew Bell, the one the one we're referring to on the screen right now. You know, why isn't this guy getting a sniff in this team? That's a Newcastle fan. That is a Newcastle
right.
fan. He understands the problems. We have a clear problem. The clear problem is this manager.
ESR
What
would fit
has
right in at
ESR done?
Newcastle.
What has ESR done not to get a sniff in this team? What has he done? He's no
Nobody
more
does.
injured. He's eligible to play.
Right.
What is the problem? Why? And we have these donuts playing week in, week out, and can't even score goals, can't move, can't do anything. That guy can confidently play in the role of Bukayo Saka. I'm sorry he can't do it. He can
Mm.
also play the role of Martin Odegaard. What are we talking about? You can even move him to the wing and give Martinelli a well needed rest. I'm sorry. Oregon
It's,
Gunner, there's
it's
something we
insane.
have to talk about. There's something we have to talk about. I know it's alien, but we have to talk about it, man. At a time when we've only one game in seven,
Mhm.
at a time when we've only scored 3 goals in 7 games, for Arsenal Football Club and shipped in 9 goals in those seven. Our manager went to Dubai. We have to talk about it. Our
Shit.
manager, Mikel Arteta, went to Dubai. As if it wasn't good enough, yeah, that he went to Dubai. He went to a celebrity
He did.
steakhouse. Guys, let this sink in.
Salt Bay? Is that my Salt Bay?
Let this sink in. One game in seven. One game in seven, including Champions League, FA Cups, and other games we've thrown away. Yeah, we've only scored 3 goals in those 7 games. Yeah, only three goals, 3 goals, and then we've shipped in 9 in those 7 games. Let that sink in, people.
He
And
won
then
for
we have
failure.
our manager Mikel Arteta goes to Dubai and frolics with Salt Bay. And you know what, Oregon Gunner, this is the one that hurts me. Salt Bay cut steak
Fed it to him.
and fed our manager meat in the mouth. And you know the most saddest part of it? He had to add sauce in it.
Oh,
He added
man.
sauce in it.
I hope it wasn't a white
Rough
cream sauce.
cheese. He added sauce in it. And he fed it to our
Disgusting.
manager.
Oh,
This
Arteta.
guy has only one win. One win. One win. One.
Right.
One win in 7 games. Oregon Gunner, it's not good enough. I'm not saying you can't enjoy Dubai, but why make that public? Yeah? It's a thin line. And we have suffering fans. I am a suffering fan because I am the one that has to deal with the sufferings of
Right.
Arsenal Football Club. I am the one that has to deal with the shame. Look at every other podcasters, yeah. Some of them when they look at me, they're like, "Oh, wasn't it that guy that was saying Arsenal was gonna win something?" And making me, the butt of jokes everywhere. That's what I have. That's the cross I have to carry. But the cross Mikel Arteta has to carry is to go to Salt Bay in Dubai, being fed meat with all sauce in it. Oregon Gunner, talk to
I'm
these people,
sorry.
man, with all sauce in it. Talk to these
Oh,
people, man.
shit. It's you.
Talk to these
Anthony, you got
people.
no
Talk to
filter.
these Arsenal fans. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Hey,
They
it's
need to hear
rewarding
you.
for failure. It's rewarding for failure. Just like you signed a new contract when we finished eighth. I mean, it's so stupid. What he took them out. He took them out to refresh them, right? I think they're doing some training over there, right? They're kicking the ball around a bit, which is, I don't understand it. I don't know how you can look at your current record, look at how you dropped from first to fourth in 6 days, and say, "Oh, I know. Let's go to Dubai because everybody needs to freshen up and a refresher, and these guys need their." Yeah, I know, Tony. One day, check my OnlyFans. Um,
Pick up deals.
anyway, where was I? Dang it, Tony! You messing up my spiel here.
I'm
Um,
sorry, man.
no,
We're talking
it's
about
rewarding for
Mikel
failure.
Arteta, and
It's completely rewarding for failure. That's the way I see it. I can't, think of any manager really do that. I know some other chats I've been in. They said that George Graham with Arsenal for motivation when Arsenal weren't performing well and what have you would take them to a military base or something like that out in Devon and
yeah,
have them like climb mountains and shit, or
exactly, man.
Brian would do
Harden
this,
them
do
up.
that, do something motivating. They taken their beautiful, sexy wives and girlfriends out there and just kicking the ball around in heat, eating steak out of each other's mouths, and getting to, have incredible sexual relations with models. I don't,
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
how
Oh
that is like,
my God.
how that's going to get us a
Bukayo
winning
Saka was
mentality
on
come
a
Crystal
yacht.
Palace. You know,
Bukayo Saka was on a yacht. He was on a
right?
yacht. Oh
How
my,
is that
oh
going to
my
help us
God.
get points against
Declan
Crystal
Rice.
Palace?
Declan Rice was frolicking with
Because,
Rory McIlroy. Come
oh,
on,
right,
man.
right.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
It's
Come
it's
on,
crazy.
man. Come on,
And it's a
man. It's
waste of
one
money. And
one
that's going to
game
cost
in
us a
seven.
ton of
It's
money
it's
to
not
do
good
that.
enough. It's
Yeah,
not good enough,
I
man.
know it's
It's not
embarrassing.
good.
And
It's
now
embarrassing.
we got bigger steak to fry, is what I've been hearing now. So
Oh
it's just
wow,
it's
Jesus.
endless. We are the banter club right now, 2024. I thought United was bad, but this is absolutely horrendous because we were bigging ourselves up so much last season. We were at times when we thought we were going to win that Liverpool game, and we were so excited for what was going on, and
Malia
I don't
says it
know.
all. It
It's
is a
just a
mess.
blur.
It's a goddamn mess. Malia says it's a mess.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
goddamn mess. Because see, but again, yeah, see, we play Crystal Palace here on Saturday. The Oregon Gunu, do you see any ray of hope, any ray of light in that game
uh,
against Crystal Palace? Although the only ray of hope I see is that we have returning players. To be very sincere, Thomas Partey is coming back into the fray. Julian Timber looks in high spirits in Dubai. Seems to be warming up to come back by February.
okay,
Also, Jesus is also back. He's training hard. He's managed to shrug off that toe injury, but I
good,
think there's lots of injections that's gone into that
right,
foot. Click, click, boom. He might go back to injury again, and we'll be asking for a striker once again.
yeah,
So, what do you
yeah.
think?
I don't have much hope for Crystal Palace, but maybe maybe in hindsight, this refresher is what we need because I can kind of see the opposite of the coin, where yeah, we're 1 out of 7, things aren't working. There's a lot of pressure on the players. There's pressure on Arteta, and I'm not saying that the Dubai situation was what needed, but
Big,
maybe there
big ups,
is something to
Dave,
be said. Big ups, Taib. Maybe
and
there's
big
something to
ups
be
keeping
said.
it real, Chelsea. Also, I'm sorry, I reckon. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yep,
That's okay, buddy.
keeping it
Big
real,
up
Chelsea.
Wolfgang.
Big
And
ups.
so maybe
And big up Wolfgang.
there's
Yeah,
something to be said to taking the players out of the element for a bit. But I think something like Dubai is completely out of the
it's
question.
wrong.
I don't know why you would treat them like that after the performances that we've seen in the last 7 or 8 games. But taking them out of the element, trying to refresh the squad, you know, the whole team building thing. I mean, I do get that. A lot of squads do that, so we're not the only ones, right? But it's just a real funny way to almost reward failure. I can't picture Pochettino taking the Chelsea lads to Dubai. I certainly don't see Eric Ten Hag taking United, to go have golden steak fed to them
Go,
and shit.
no, no,
I,
no.
I just don't understand how that's going to get us through a low block, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Right? How
exactly.
is all
It's not.
that going to all of a
It's
sudden
not. It's
now
not.
the
It's
players
not.
are going to
It's
be ready
not.
to get through a low block and they're going to defend better and they're going to perform better. I don't think you're going to get better performance out of that. Overall, the team may perform better as a whole, but I don't think it's going to lead to winning games. Like I
Mm.
don't think it's going to be that much of a refresher that he's just going to turn a switch and all of a sudden we're going to be playing, like we were last season again. And that's why I think the whole thing's a fucking sham, to be honest.
Oregon Gunner, it's the 15th of January, 15 more days, yeah, before the transfer window slams
Mm,
shut. Yeah.
right.
See, Cedric the Entertainer is still in this football club. But see, Arsenal fans down here, yeah, see, just
Sorry, but
listen, listen. Cedric the Entertainer is still down here. El Neni is still down here. Fabio Vieira, as far as I'm concerned, he's not a legitimate member of this team. I'm sorry, man. He's not good enough. He's still down here. Either go get someone, throw him away, get a loan deal, swap him with someone. Yeah, get someone in, someone who will integrate well into this team. ESR is still here. Is he gonna play, or do you want to sell him? Sell him right now, get the money, and use that money to go get someone credible enough who is going to be in this team and keep playing. Someone like Onana, I don't mind. Or use that same money and go to Real Sociedad and go pay up the money for that release clause for
right,
Zubramendi and bring him down here. So we still have El Neni in this football club. We still have Cedric the Entertainer down here, entertaining the dog. We still have Fabio down here. Who else is down here? Eddie Nketiah is down here. Fulham wants him right now as we speak. Fulham, Crystal Palace, they all want him. 30 million. This manager, see, in fact, Arsenal have come out to say that they see Eddie Nketiah as a valuable. Guys, let this sink in. Arsenal Football Club see Eddie Nketiah as a valuable squad member. Let that
That's
sink in.
that just bro. When you say that, it literally makes me want to punch my monitor right here.
Let
It
that
makes
sink
me
in.
so angry because this
That's
is a
what
kid
Arsenal said.
that scored, let's say,
We
his hat
screwed.
trick, 3 goals. How many goals does he have in the actual calendar year? Let's say from January of 03 to 04. Somebody,
I
if you
don't
got some Google fingers, look that up. It can't be more than 10 goals, bro.
Google fingers.
Google
I
fingers.
reckon good.
12 goals. Eddie and Kedia, the number 14 shirt, 100 grand a week.
Oh my god.
Can only score against Sheffield. Yeah, it's
Big up to Lion Tech. It says big up
yeah, big up
Tony and Oregon
Lance.
Gunner. Big up my G's. Lion Tech, Richard. That's my guy. Yeah, me and he'll be starting a new show maybe next week or
Nice.
so. So, guys, brace up for that one. This one is a real one. It was down here with us yesterday. Oregon Gunner, bro, you have to feel this guy. Yeah, you have to feel him talk football, man. This guy is a hard hitter, man. So
Nice.
you know, and he should be. Maybe I'll bring him next week to come and have a tune up with us and see how it goes down with you. And then, me and him will be starting our own show next week. So watch out for this guy, Lion Text TV. And he also has
I
his
got
channel.
money.
Go subscribe to him. He's a real one, real, real, real. He's not having it with Ateta. He's not having it. He's not.
Yeah, I mean,
He said it
that's
yesterday. He said he needs to go. He needs to go. He's not having it. Yeah.
no, because like I said, there's no players that we're going to bring in that's going to for sure miss the league this season. He's going to coach the talent out of them. I just we can be linked to whoever we want. I don't think
Mm.
any one or two players, if we bring them in January, 16 days now, is going to change our fortunes. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm not,
No,
and some
no,
will say,
no. But if they bring a striker, things can still change. Oregon Gunner, the
well,
bane, the problem we have is that we don't have someone to poach in goals. That's the problem. It's just the goals. We
but
need
I think
goals.
that's a very good point. But to me, Tony, it's more than that. It's more than that because once you get that poacher in, and let's say they score some goals, 2 or 3 games, great. But does that mean we're still like, are we not conceding goals? I mean, yeah, we get someone to put them in, and that does seem to be. I would admit that is the immediate problem now. I would completely admit that. But 2 weeks from now, three
Yeah.
weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, we have a lot of football left to play. As if hypothetically, if we got Ivan Tony in, I think you would see a jump, a bounce, right? Which I guess in some cases you would say would put us in the title race because we're really only about 5 points behind right now.
Ivan Tony's not
You're
coming.
still,
I'm sorry, that was all a
I
PR
know, but
stunt.
I'm saying
He's not
hypothetically, if we
coming.
spend 100 million on a striker, Jonathan David, Martinez, whoever, right? They may hit the ground running, but is come April or May, come the end of April, beginning of May, is there really any guarantee that number one, Arteta hasn't coached the talent out of them? Number two, they just stop scoring goals, and then we're back to square one. And that's why I think it would be great to have a striker in to give us a bounce and maybe more of a challenge. But I think at the end of the day, it's really up to Arteta to change things around. And I just don't think one striker is enough.
Mm,
And
There's a fact. There's a
I think
fact. There's
would
a
get a
fact.
bounce. I just like if we got, let's say, sorry, Mama Flossie, if we really put a decent bid in for Isak and got
Exactly,
him
man.
playing, there's just I'm so confused and pissed off and distraught about Arteta. Is I don't think we get the best of that player still.
Still,
That's why it's
yeah.
like no
Because
matter
the
who
manager will run. It will run the player
Arteta
down. It
is,
will run him
right?
down.
Arteta is going to get his fingernails in him and start controlling him like a puppet, And I just that's where I'm at until Arteta changes, and I just don't see much change no matter who we bring in.
Exactly. But at least see, yeah, Mikel Arteta. See, I know you watch all these shows. Yeah, you watch it. Someone told me he watches all these shows. Yeah, he
Oh,
watches all these things. Yeah, he
I think
watches
he's
them.
too
See,
egotistical.
man. See, if this gets to you, man, come on, man. Do the honorable thing. Resign. Just resign. Just resign. Yeah, just resign. Resign. Just resign. See, but before you resign, because maybe it might be by the end of the season, just go get a striker. Do the honorable thing. Go get a striker. That's what we need right now. Wait, but which manager would like to go through this paint? Isn't he seeing, like, if I was a manager, yeah, and I'm looking at this team, yeah, and I'm looking at how we're playing, I'm seeing that we're not finishing our dinner. I'm seeing that our wingers, yeah, Martinelli isn't scoring goals. Bukayo Saka has completely lost his composure in front of goal. Jesus can't get through 3, 4 games without getting injured. Martin Odegaard looks tired. He is down tools. That's the
Mhm.
fact. We have 105 million pounder who's in the middle of the park, who's doing jobs here, who's
Right.
covering for Martin Odegaard, covering for his inability to bulk up. We also have same Declan Rice, who's covering up for Kai Havertz because Kai Havertz is useless in the middle of the park. He doesn't know how to mark. He doesn't know how to help defensively. He doesn't know how to get goals. He's useless. So he also has to cover up that area for him. He also has to go back to play central defense and help out the team because
Right.
in the middle of the park we're being overburdened with pressure whenever there's a counter attack.
We're out of position
It's not
because
it's not
Odegaard's
good
too far up.
enough.
Havertz doesn't know where to be.
Exactly. It's not good enough. And again, because I keep seeing this, lots of all these gooners, talking about Declan Rice, and they're saying he's not a box to box midfielder. I'm sorry, I beg to differ. This guy can get you goals. I've seen this guy work at West Ham. It was progressing with the ball. It was scoring. It was getting some very important goals. He can play that Xhaka role very well. Mikel
Mm,
Arteta, do the right thing.
right.
Do the right thing.
And I
Just do
don't.
the right thing. Put Thomas Partey there in a double pivot. Both of them can move side, you know, turn by turn. Alternatively, if one goes in, one can come back. Thomas Partey is a good central defensive midfielder. He could also help. He could. We all know that Thomas Partey is also a good progressor of the ball. Sometimes he
Yes.
could progress with the ball, move with the ball, and of course, he does have a very very good right foot too. He could shoot from long range shots. Also, Declan Rice has this in his wheelhouse.
Mhm.
He scored a goal against Manchester United. Mind you, he bailed us out against Chelsea Football Club. People seem to forget these things, that it's in the wheelhouse of Declan Rice to actually go as a box to box midfielder. He can do it.
Right.
He can do it.
That's what I thought. He
It's
was
the
replacing
manager. The manager is
Granit
killing him.
Xhaka. Well, yeah, I thought that he was replacing Granit Xhaka, and Party would be at the base of the 4-3-3, which is still a formation I absolutely can't stand because I don't think it's built for us. I know some people disagree with that because of last season, but fine. The thing is, we've as much as I rate Saliba and Gabriel, I think they're a great partnership. I think at times that they just make bad mistakes. I think that there's just a perfection there that is we need more perfection there. They just need to get to better and grow. I don't want either one of them to leave. I think they're part of they're the spine, right? They're part of the beginning of the spine. And what you said about Declan Rice is absolutely true. He should have been a like for Granit Xhaka, right? Keep Thomas Party where he is, And now I think with Onana, I'm at the
20
point where
people watching us, 20 people watching us, smash the likes. Yeah, 20 people watching us,
it's everyone to
smash
see.
the hell out of the likes. Put in your comments down there. You need to contribute because, see, goodness, you need to talk about this. We have a problem. Well, see, we have a problem. Yeah, we have a problem now. You need to contribute. Let all these other fans see what we're facing. Please put it in the chart. Let other people see the problems we're going through so that this manager can fix up, or at least we can be able to hold him responsible and accountable
Right.
for these crimes he's committing. Oregon Gunner, you're
Yeah,
saying something, man?
I'm just saying that Granit Xhaka gone. Rice was the right one for it. I mean, it was a like for like, and it seemed to be okay because we were on the basis that Thomas Party was going to be the third guy in the midfield and protect the back four. Now that Thomas Party's been injured so much, I mean, I know we're looking at Onana. I'm sorry, I don't really rate Onana. I don't really rate him as a fast enough player. I think that
Yeah,
yeah, he's good at standing around in the middle and maybe knocking some players down. But I don't know, man. I just don't rate him near as much as I rate Thomas Party. But I don't know what Arteta's thinking at this point. I'm at a complete loss even for words because it's so it's so blatantly bad that every
Mm,
other manager and any manager I still think in the Prem would have lost their job for it.
mm.
And
Uh,
to take it to Dubai and to reward failure the way he has, it's just not something that I can get behind.
it's
I
not
just
good enough.
don't understand it.
It's
Right?
not
It's
good
not
enough.
good enough, and it's just not like what I
Or,
would want in a real seasoned manager.
Oregon Gunner, this is a big one. Yesterday, reports flew in that Thomas Partey has been told that he can leave the football club.
Mm. Once his house arrest is over,
That he can leave the football club. So, what do you think about that, man? Because see,
um,
guys in the chat, you would remember when I was having an argument, yeah, with these guys, yeah, and I was telling them, I think that was on Sarcasm TV, and I was telling them, Mikel Arteta has a problem with Thomas Partey. He does. He does.
we'll
Because
pay him
no
that
right
right back.
thinking manager in the start of the season, would put presumably the best CDM you have in your team at right back. No one
Right.
does that. This is the first manager, and Arsenal fans, they would give every excuse under the book to cover the manager and cover what he did in that. They will tell you different things. They'll say, "Oh, it was Gabriel." Oh, bro, okay, good and okay, no problem. Right now, Arsenal have put up Thomas Partey for sale. I don't know what's really going on, but that's what that's the reports we're getting. That Arsenal have told him that he could find his way.
Yeah, well, then that's another strike on Arteta, isn't it? Because I don't know why you wouldn't play this player to his full ability when he's not injured. I don't get it, and don't to think Onana's better. I mean, Zubamendi probably. I mean, unless you get someone level of Rodri, what's the use? And that's the thing. It's like I just don't trust this manager to do anything anymore. I don't trust him with money because we've seen what he does with it. He goes and gets a goalkeeper that we don't need. He goes and gets a left midfielder that, yeah, we needed a left mid, but
Oh my God! Let's don't even go to into that.
I mean, it's.
Let's save our face. Let's don't go into the gutters and muddle ourselves in the gutters. Yeah,
I think that 65 million is a big chunk of money that we could have used this window. Instead of just playing ESR there, you never had to buy Kai Havertz. He could have put El Neni there or ESR. You
exactly,
know,
exactly.
he never really needed to buy Kai Havertz, and now we would
And
have
even
that money
even
in Champions
ESR doesn't even get even he doesn't even get play. He
Well,
doesn't get played.
that's
Sell
the
him if
thing.
you're not gonna play him.
If I why have a number 10 who can do number 10 things sitting on the bench? It doesn't make sense. And you could have used 4-3-3. You can still use Odegaard as a box to box or whatever. I just thanks, Yeti. Yeah, our players are better than Real Madrid. Players that can score hat tricks in the first half. We don't have anyone that can do that, but Eddie, unless it's Sheffield. I don't trust the manager with money. I don't trust him with the squad. I don't trust him bringing up youngsters, even though he's gotten some credit for that. But it was really Unai Emery. Um, he's talking about selling. I think I've even heard, like you said earlier, selling some youngsters, selling Kosher Dewberry, who everyone was saying was Saka Part Two. Now I don't know why we're selling him. And Wari can't get a sniff. ESR can't get a sniff. El Neni can't get a sniff. And that's the thing. As much as it pains me to say, you could have paid El Neni in the Havertz position and gotten something more because El Neni at least does a job. You
At
know
least he
what you're
does his job.
getting. The
Yeah,
Kai
you know
Havertz,
what
he
you're
just
getting.
follows the strikers around like lost puppies and not knowing where to go. And I know he's tipped into 2 or 3 goals. That's great. But that's like giving credit for something you're supposed to do. I'm just not buying it anymore, bro. He
I'm
has
not.
to
I'm not buying it. I'm
fall
not
on the
buying it.
Kai Havertz and the David Reyes sword.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but it's just I'm I don't have any trust whatsoever with this manager to make the necessary changes that we need to in the
That
next
we need
six
to.
days. There's just there's just no way. The Tony thing should have been done in December. Signed,
Yeah,
sealed, delivered. He should have been
signed, sealed, delivered.
the 14th, throw it on Tony January 1st, and away we go. But no,
Exactly.
and I know it's not FIFA. I know there's like loopholes and conversations that need to be had that that sort of thing. But it's at the point now where I have zero, like literally
Zero.
no confidence in this manager right now. No
I don't.
confidence in
I
this
don't
manager.
blame you. Big ups to Maya. Maya's down here with us. Big ups to Anthony Herbert. That's my real friend. Yeah, that's my brother. I can't wait for me to go to Guinness from all corners and talk to with that brother later on in the year. Also, Anfield Uncle Rod is also down here. Liverpool fan, real one. That's my real brother too. Go to his channel and go subscribe to that channel. Also, Maya is down here too. Um, Oregon Gunner, Everton and
Mm.
Nottingham Forest. Yes, Nottingham Forest. If Yeti is here,
Oh boy, he's making funny.
Everton and Nottingham Forest charged with breaching profitability and sustainability rules. Everton might go down this season, brother. They've charged these guys. I'm happy about the Nottingham Forest one because I really need to get Yeti off my back. Yeti's challenging the Gunners too much, and I really want Yeti to feel the brunt just a little bit. Yeah, Yeti, but it's a big brother. Go subscribe to Yeti Longhead Yeti Cave. That's a brother of mine too, but he gets on my nerves at times. That's my brother.
Yeah.
See, Everton and Forest charged with breaching profitability and sustainability rules. What do you think, Oregon Goodman?
I think
These guys are
where
not counting Man City's 115.
that's what I'm saying. Where's the
They're
attention
getting
to
the
100
little guys.
irregularities? You know, I mean Everton. I know it's a little different than what City's got caught up in, but the Forest thing, that's news to me. I haven't heard anything about that this morning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it
have to
happened
look at.
today.
I'll go check that out. But you know, we would break them too if we don't sell, and that's another sticking point. If we don't sell players, I truly believe we don't have much money to spend under FFP rules, and that's why I don't think we're broke. We just need to sell.
Just
But again, we're selling broken down Hondas in a Ferrari market, man. And
see,
I've used the car
see,
analogy many
see.
times.
No, see, we don't even want to sell those broken down Coronas. We don't.
Yeah,
Mikel Arteta said he doesn't want to sell Cedric the Entertainer. He said it. He said it. He said it. He said it. The football club has come out to back Eddie Nketiah. They've said he's so valuable to this football club,
right.
so he's going nowhere because Crystal Palace is out there. They want him. Fulham is, and you know what? Yeah, they are willing to drop 30 million pounder
I
for this
will
guy.
deliver them to.
30 million
I'll
pounds.
deliver them to the
These
park.
guys are ready to drop for Eddie Nketiah. Arsenal Football Club. They don't want to say goodbye to Eddie Nketiah. So what is it? What has this guy done for us to keep him out here? Big ups to Tomisio Sabia. That's a real one down there, man. Big
Mhm.
ups Tomisio Sabia. Oregon Gunner, what do you? Because you have to give me something concrete about this Everton Forest they have been charged,
Yeah.
man. What do you think? Does that set any big precedent into anything
Um,
in the league?
hopefully it makes them dive deeper into what Man City's has been going on. Maybe Evertonians probably feel a bit picked on right now. I can understand that.
Exactly.
I can understand that. But to be honest, it's you know, you do the crime, you got to do the time. It's
You
just
got it in time.
you get it's. Do I feel bad for them? Not really. But with Arsenal, maybe when it comes to that, like I said, we have to sell players for our terms. For Forest, that was going to be really damaging because I don't think they're having a great run in the league right now.
Yeah.
And I think that would
Um.
put them down into the bottom three, wouldn't it? Essentially, are they
Yeah.
talking 10
Definitely.
points? They're talking 10-point deduction.
Mhm. It
Have you
might
read?
be another one. It might be another one, and this
Yeah,
one
10
might be a
point.
very heavy one. It might be a very heavy one,
Wow.
and I don't think Everton will. But Forest would definitely go down
Mhm.
because if they hit Forest with any big
Yeah.
points deduction, it's over, man. It's over. It's over. It's over. But again, um, see, Oregon Gun, I always ask this question because top gooners and top fans here on Instagram and Twitter, I've already started saying, you know what? Yeah, we've gone out of the FA Cup, we've gone out of the Carabao Cup.
Oh boy.
We have bigger fish to fry. Uh, Oregon Gunner, talk to these people. does Arsenal have bigger fish to fry this season?
No, because we're dwindling our chances of getting silverware. At the end of the day, I would take a Carabao Cup right now. I would take an FA Cup.
Hmm.
I just want silverware. But the other is flip side of that coin is Tony. If he wins silverware, that means he stays. You
Yeah,
know, so it's kind of it's a
it's
catch
kind of
20.
a dicey one.
I know there's fans on Twitter as well saying that they want us to lose pretty much here on out because they hope that'll get them sacked. Well, that'll be great. We'll end up at 14th or something. I mean, and then what players are you going to attract, right? I
Mm,
I just think that he needs to go. We need to get a manager that number one can give us a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Also has a pedigree and a history of winning trophies and
yeah.
knows how to do these things. And I'm sorry, but sitting on the sidelines next to Pep Guardiola, that's
Mm,
great. That's like someone sitting next to Isaac Newton as he creates, I don't know, gravity and neurons and shit. Just because you sat next to him doesn't make you him, right? Just
yeah.
because you played with Michael Jordan doesn't make you Michael Jordan. Just
Doesn't
because
make you Michael
you
Jordan.
played
Yeah.
with Ronaldo doesn't make you Ronaldo.
Hmm.
I feel that's a cop out to say, oh, he's got this experience because he was sitting with Pep. Well, that's really not shown to be true now, is it? I mean, Pep can beat a low block. Pep can put on Bob and put him in the right position to get a winning goal. Pep knows how to make subs before the other team does. Pep knows that you just can't have one midfielder doing everything. Pep knows to when to
Facts.
get rid of players when they're shit, i.e., Zinchenko and Jesus.
Well, facts, man.
You
Facts,
know,
man.
let's
I
be real.
reckon
You
Guna.
never rated
It's
Zinchenko
true.
or Jesus. You
It's
never
true.
rated
I
those
agree.
two players.
It's true. I agree. Oregon Guna, just before we go, yeah. Your prediction for that matchup against Crystal
Mm.
Palace. Look into it. What do you think is going to happen in that matchup? Like
That game's at home.
prediction. What do you think, man?
That
And
game's
with
at home.
Gabriel Jesus coming back and Thomas Partey coming back, what do you think?
And we're at the Emirates. Are we at home?
We are at
We
the
are.
Emirates.
I'm hoping. I sound crazy, but I'm hoping the refresh in Dubai did something. Meaning that I hope there's some way they built more confidence. Somewhat they feel a little more connected. They'll feel a little more connected out on the pitch. Hopefully they were able. Maybe the players were open to say something to Arteta, meaning how they
Mm,
felt verbally, what's going on at the club. Hopefully there was some sort of team and manager communication breakthrough, right? To figure out the problems, because a lot of it, I know as much as we blame Arteta, I think it's 80% Arteta, 20% the players, because you just don't go from scoring 15 goals one season to two in the case of
mm,
Martinelli, overnight. I just don't think that happens unless you're being coached otherwise to do something different.
yeah,
But with that said, at home, I still think we can do Palace. Hopefully, there's a resurrection of energy and we can beat them 3-1. You
yeah,
know, I think we will get something from this game. I think that this will be the game that stops the rot temporarily. But I don't have a lot of hope. But
mm,
I don't see why we can't beat them 3-1.
yeah, yeah.
You know, 2-1, 3-1.
But
We should.
again,
I mean, but
we
we should.
should, man. We should, man. See. These are non-negotiables. I thought this is what the manager used to say. Yeah, these are
Non-negotiables.
non-negotiable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, man. Crystal Palace should be a non-negotiable. We should be beating Crystal
Well,
Palace at home. But but the problem there is that in all these London derbies, yeah, we've been beaten black and blue this season. This season has been a horrible time with
mm,
London derbies for Arsenal. Last season we had a 98% win rate in London derbies. This time West Ham is doing numbers on us, yeah, home and away. Um, uh, Seems like, oh my God,
West
what
Ham.
Fulham, guy. See, it's sickening. Like to just say this teams, it's sickening. Yeah,
Mm,
Tottenham Hotspurs came, had joys at home with us. It's not looking good, Oregon Gunner. Yet another London derby against Crystal Palace. I'm
Right.
sorry, man. I'm not confident going into that game. I'm not confident, man. I'm not confident.
Yeah.
I'm not. Unless something happens, unless there's a spark.
Right.
I want to see a spark. So the first 20 minutes of
Yeah.
that game will tell me what these guys want to do.
Right. Absolutely. I can't agree more. A spark is what we need, and I'm hoping that this little break, gets some things ironed out. That's all we can really hope for because I'm not, exactly thinking we're going to blow them off the pitch. I know 3-1's a good score line, but it's not. Oh God! But it's
Mhm.
Crystal Palace, bro. It's like it
It's
should be.
Crystal Palace. It should be, man. We should be beating these guys.
Should be.
All right.
Teams exactly.
Yeah. Dow. What did you think about that Tottenham Man United game? Just before you go,
Thought it was great.
funny one.
It's a draw. Yeah, I love it.
It was
No
a
team won.
2-2.
Spurs are still fifth and in the mud. I know Spurs, from what I saw, dominated most of that game and had some chances, and Timo Werner couldn't score, which was not surprising.
Mm,
Um, but the only thing is that Richarlison, I think, has scored now 6 and 6. So Richarlison is starting to, you know, come good a little bit. I don't know. I still don't think they're going to win the league, um,
mm,
but they are playing decent football. And I have said that,
yeah.
trashed in some sarcasm city
Hmm.
comments and so forth because it got taken over by Spuds one day. But it is what it is. They have decent players and they have a decent
Yeah.
manager that knows how to win and wants to win. But I
Mm,
still think that we're the pride of North London and that we will be above them when the season ends.
yeah. All right, good, man. Give us your footnotes for today, and tell these people where they can find you, man.
Well, thanks
Great
a lot,
shows
Tony, for
again.
having me on the show today. My footnotes is I don't trust Arteta with any transfer money, and it doesn't look like we're getting anyone of high profile in because it's the middle of the transfer window and we have some little rumblings, but nothing concrete at all. Um, yeah, and I just think that we need them out. We need a new direction. 15 losses out of 16 cup competitions is absolutely not good enough, and they should just let him go immediately. I would let him go before the Palace game, and I'd let him go before the Porto game. You know, let's start from scratch, new direction in 2024. But
Mm,
yeah, Tony, thanks again for a great show. Big up the chat. You can find me at
pick
Oregon
up
Good
the
on
chart.
YouTube and Infamous Dal on Instagram. Every Friday with TJ and Connor on the American Idiot Show at 9 p.m. UK. And here we are, Tony, 20th episode, my brother.
20th episode, man. And
Happy.
bro, the love for the show today was massive, man.
Yeah,
We
thank
had
you, everyone, for showing up.
up to 25 people come to watch us all at the same time, 25 to 30 people. I was so surprised, man. So, big ups to everyone who came down here to check us out today. Yeah. And I think within the week I should be having some couple of shows. Richard should be joining us. I want to bring in Anthony Herbert. I kind of miss his vibe too. I need to bring him in this week so that we can have a chat
Yeah.
this week, maybe in real talk. I should be bringing in Anthony Herbert. I'll talk to him after the show. Also, I'm thinking of bringing in Deji Sports this week so
Oh,
that me and him can have a chat. What happened against Man United, So these are the things. See, are you watching any of the Continental Cups game going on, like
no,
African
I
Asian Cup?
looked at my schedule. I'd like to watch some Ghana, and I wouldn't mind watching some Nigeria. Those are the two countries I rate out of
Okay.
Africa. But no, I haven't looked at the schedule yet. Today's my day off. Back to work tomorrow. Are they on weekends? Are the games primarily on
But
weekends?
they play it in the weekends too,
On the weekends.
actually.
Okay.
But it,
Well,
it goes all week through the weekend also.
okay. What's in America? I'll have to find out what cable station it's
Yeah.
broadcasting it. But I would, like I said, I would like to see some Nigeria, Ghana, and two or three other of those countries play for sure.
Yeah, there's also the Asian Cup going on too. Tomiyasu is also playing in that cup game too. So
Is he? Tommy's back.
so let's see if we could finish up that one and
Not
get
a striker.
Tomiyasu back. I'm just trying to get through this chart. Oh my God, this chart is it's too much, man. Guys, big up to everyone who came down to the show today. Yeah, big up to all of you. And Okay, there's one more thing.
Okay,
Just so that I can get through this chart with everyone. Barcelona Real Madrid played yesterday, man.
I
What was
did.
that from Vinicius Junior, man? Scoring, just
That
pumping Barcelona with goals yesterday. What did you think, man?
if Edu was such a don, Vinny would be in the red and white, right?
Exactly.
If Edu was such a don, they are phenomenal to watch. I You look at that Madrid squad, and there is not a weak link anywhere on that pitch. Danny Carvajal's got to be what 33, 34 now, still running
Yeah,
up and down the pitch.
still
What,
running,
what
man.
a right back, and he's won with 5, 6 Champions Leagues with them.
Hmm.
Um, their center backs, they have DMs like was it Chouameni that can slot in at center back.
Yeah,
Um, Kamavinga's class on the ball. I think there was a game Kamavinga. I think he had 100% pass rating or something like that
yeah,
this season or last season. He's absolute class. Their wingers. I mean, Rodrigo's the Brazilian prodigy. Vinny Jr. to me right now is probably the best player in the world right now.
yeah.
Though KDB is back, but yeah, what can you say? I mean, it's just the levels that
Mm,
the players have. It's like it's not even like they're doing tricks and flicks, right? It's not like they're that flamboyant to watch until Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo get the ball. But just
yeah,
the consistency and just retaining the ball and knowing where to be without the ball, and the movement with and without the ball, the strategy that Ancelotti sets them out to play with. It's so balanced at one point, and then it's super attacking at another. It's very hard, I think, for opposition to figure out, especially for Barcelona.
mm.
Um, yeah, that was a hell of a game. Lewandowski
Hell
with a
of a
great
game.
strike, but
Yeah, that was
yeah,
a great strike.
I can't imagine us facing Real Madrid if we get past Porto and we get drawn with them. It's going to be peak because he's going to be scoring a hat trick easily
Oh
in the
my
first half against
God.
us. We got
I'm
Cedric out
looking.
there, Ben White even. I mean, Ben White versus Vinny Jr. Come on, Ben White is not having a good season either, but it's like Meyer said, it's another level of just and the thing is, and I even go back to Man City's Bob. It's not that they're flashy, fast players that can score
Mhm.
goals. I mean, and this Bob kid will find out, but Vinny Jr. is. But it's that the positioning. It's like
The
they know
position.
where to be.
They
And
know where
why
to
does
be.
Martinelli struggle with that? Right? Don't tell me Vinny Jr. doesn't get double teamed. Don't tell me he doesn't get triple teamed.
Exactly, man.
But he finds a way.
He
And there's
finds a
times
way.
players that we have at Arsenal can't make something out of nothing, right? If if Vinny Jr. can get through 4 defenders ball and can whip a ball in past the face of goal. I mean, and Martinelli's good, don't get me wrong, but he's no Vinny Jr., bro.
He's no Vinny Jr.,
And
man. Come on, man.
it's like, you know, do and I know I'm not saying we go get Vinny Jr. I think he's got like $1 billion release clause or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, man.
But it's just like, why can't we find these type of players? And by
Exactly,
the
man.
way, why would he want to come to Arsenal?
I really liked Vinny Jr. I had a bet yesterday with
Yeah,
a Dutch friend of mine yesterday about who was going to win the game yesterday, Real Madrid Barcelona, and I said Barcelona was going to win yesterday, and he said Real Madrid was going to win yesterday. I think that's is also a friend of ours in our on our channel. His name is Derek DJ, and he said Real Madrid was going to win. So I bet with him yesterday, and
oh,
this afternoon when I saw him, and we're just laughing about it, and it was like, hey man, I told you. So Real Madrid have lots of big players down there, man. You know,
because they can
I don't
attract
know.
new players, and they spend a lot less than Arsenal because they don't have
Exactly.
to.
Of course, of
Because
course,
the
of
players
course.
want to go there,
Mm.
and yeah, I mean we're miles from that. I mean
Miles away. That's
miles.
why I feel we can't win the Champions League. We can't. It's not possible, man.
If
Not
we
with that quality Real Madrid they have
if
got
we
down
win the
there.
champion, if by the grace of the football gods, if we win the Champions League, Arteta is not going to attract the players. It's that it'll be seen as a one-off,
If
right?
he
It'll
wins
be
the Champions League, he's staying more 10 years. That's a life contract, man.
that's right. But you see, but does Arteta? Do you think that's going to bring any more players in? I don't. I seriously think if we win the league, let's say we win the league and the Champions League, I know, mind blown. I
Mm.
still don't think we get the players in that required to sustain
Big
a
ups
long.
Zuberi, real one. That's a real one. Liverpool fan, big guy, man. Zuberi
You know what I'm saying?
Mafali, big ups, man.
Big up. I don't think we sustain anything, right? That's my big. That's I guess sticks with me more. I don't think we're going to have a dynasty like
Yeah,
winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row and
nah, it's not gonna happen.
winning the FA Cup maybe 3 or 4 years in a
No,
row.
not with this
There's
manager.
no. I don't. None of this manager. He's not going to build a dynasty. There's. It's. I mean, it's evident that it's whatever dynasty he's trying to build is falling apart now. It fell apart last season, and there's still people that want him fired after last season, which I was on that train as well. You didn't win
Exactly.
anything. Second place, big deal. Second and third, what's the difference?
Mm, mm. Big ups, man. See ya from me and Oregon Gunner. We are out. See you guys next week.